G'day, and welcome back to Everlasting Summer. I got it right that time. We're at the canteen again. Ulanya went off somewhere. Now we've got Eliza here. She said in such a way which left no doubt, nothing good awaits me today at the beach. So we're going to the beach. Me and Eliza were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why not?
Why is that?
Well, I've got something to do. Not really.
Then what exactly would that be?
She looked in my eyes and I couldn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit.
Try mine.
Are you sure? I don't think it works that way. You think it will fit me?
Give it a try.
I don't think it's worth the effort.
Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks.
Yeah, that'd probably be better, having... just get a spare set or something. Those words only added to my fear.
Wait for me by the canteen, I'll be back soon.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there? No. Not at all. Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Sitting on the stairs. Pioneers all of their own business hurried past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager, their age, their comrade, you could say. I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not as much caution as I had on the first day. It's probably because you ingratiate yourself with them. Indeed, Eliza was back in a couple of minutes. Did you find anything?
Ready? I don't know.
Ready for what? She gave me the trunks. What? Though you hardly could call them trunks. They looked like pink boxes decorated with butterflies and flowers. Actually, they were boxes. Good on you. I'm almost afraid to ask, but where did you get these?
Too scared to put them on?
Well, you know, I have not the slightest intention of doing so. I appreciated a joke, but wasn't going to make myself a laughing stock.
Put them on.
She said roughly. I don't know, why would she? Let you try and understand me. I think that the colour of the swimsuit would set off your eyes very nicely. Would set off your eyes?
Let's make a bet.
Not another one. Stop betting with me. I had no desire to accept her bets. No thanks.
Alright, you either go to the beach wearing them, or you swim naked.
Just put them on. Would you? Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option better than the first. Is that putting them on? I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Are you now?
Then I'll tell everyone that you left the trunks in my cabin.
Why would I do that?
How should I know?
She burst into laughter. I didn't want to argue with Eliza, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. Good on you. Stop being so argumentative. But not on those same point trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Don't be late.
She ran off after saying that. I dragged my feet to the Lear's cabin to get a towel and to hopefully find something like trunks. Olga Dmitrievna was waiting for me in the room.
Savion, did you hear anything about Churik?
Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel.
Are you going somewhere?
Yeah, to the beach.
Wait, do you have swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I recall.
Strange, that fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter. No?
So what will you wear?
Probably those pink things. Good question, what? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
She walked to the wardrobe and locked the drawer. In a moment, she had a pair of normal black trunks. Are you more comfortable wearing those? Where'd she get those? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous session might have forgotten them. Considering all the strange things in this camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga Dmitrievna's room. Or was it? Thanks. The trunks were just my size? Convenient? Now it's a black screen. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. Where? Eliza should be waiting. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I recognized only Eliza and Ulania. Or is it Uliana? It could be Uliana or Ulania. Have I been saying it wrong the whole time? Hopefully I haven't been making anyone mad with pronunciation. There's probably a few things that I pronounced wrong.
Come here.
Say please. I walked over to them and sat on the sand. It burns through my pants. Or they fill up with sand themselves.
I see you found better.
She stared at my trunks and smirked. As you can see. Wait, do you know who they're from?
Come on, let's swim.
God, you're a spoiled sport. Just go with something. I don't want to. Maybe later. I was not a fan of swimming. Yeah, I can see. Look, you could just sit in the water. You don't have to go too deep. Tread water even. It's not like you have to, go on an Olympic, event or anything.
Suit yourself.
Is that it was? The girls ran into the water. Why did I come here? Because you're a good boy. And you're polite. For a second I thought words were flying through the screen. I'm seeing things. Why am I not out looking for answers? Because this could be part of looking for answers. You're looking glad. Just being. By the way, if we get a bad ending, I'm gonna blame you for it, not me. I don't know if there is even a bad ending. Should I care about it now? Well, you spent so many days, in parentheses, not looking for answers, that if you started now, you probably wouldn't have time to do it. Not that you had many chances to do it anyway. Sovianox seemed normal. Certainly a lot of strange things that have happened to me during these 3.5 days. But not one of them taken separately seemed at all supernatural, except for that shadow creature. That was a bit strange. Don't you think? That shadow creature back in episode 2, I think it was? That was a bit strange. Just before we went to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding so much as a clue. On the contrary, everything that has happened has only confused me more. Good on ya. What alternatives do I have? None. So just go with it. This is your new home now. You have no choice. One of us. I won't get any truth from the local residents. And that was the only source of information, so you're stuffed. Happy birthday. Oh wait, it's not his birthday. No, I doubt they even know it. Well, to them, this could be their normal world. You could have been in a coma the whole time or something and just woken up on a bus strangely for some reason. Any possibility could be, reality. Should I try to leave this place? Probably not. You probably won't get far. You already tried before, remember? It didn't work. But how far can I walk, considering that I don't even know where I am? Exactly. It turns out that my only option is to wait. Precisely, just as I said. After some time, the girl came back. Hi. Ulanya, or Uliana, held something in her hands. Is it a... You know, I'll just leave it up to them to show me what it is.
Look.
I looked up and saw a crayfish. I was gonna say a yabby or something. Close enough. Just a normal crayfish. Alana lay next to me and started to torment it. Yes, it looks rather tormented. Leave the poor animal alone.
Why? It's just a crayfish.
So what? How's that an argument? It has the right to live too.
I'll rip its claws off and ask to cook the boy for dinner.
As if we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Eliza. She seemed to be totally uninterested in Alania's fun with the poor sea creature. Well, why would she tell her?
What's wrong? It's a crayfish, it deserves it.
It looked like the girls missed their lessons on nature in primary school and lacked empathy for the environment. Just give it here, for some reason. I snatched the crayfish from off Alania.
Suit yourself.
I was a little surprised she didn't resist. I looked into the eyes of the poor animal. They didn't express anything at all, but I thought that if it could speak, it would certainly be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN Convention of Human Rights. Crayfish rights. Attorney at law. Alright, moving on. To tell the truth, I wasn't sure that would help. Plonk. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. Well, crisis averted for that one. She was find more.
Never mind. I'll catch them all. There are plenty of them here.
Said Alanya. No doubt about it. I mumbled. Time passed and I was getting sleepy. So you crashed on the sand. Yes, you did. You fell asleep. What are they going to do with you? I don't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all, but I woke up when someone shook my shoulder. All good dreams there stood next to me. Did you come to swim too? Just waking up. I've got the state of mind to ask that question. I'm still half asleep.
No. It's almost time for lunch and we still can't find Churi.
The leader said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. Maybe something is wrong with Shurik. Because you still can't find him. Maybe they're, as you said, it's not normal for him to do this. And?
I want you to look for him.
It seems like I'm the only pioneer in this entire camp. I was sincerely outraged. About what? Every time it was getting clearer that Olga Dmitrievna considered me her errand boy, to be used like a slave. Or vice versa. Or, she could see you as a reliable person. Thought of that?
If it came to you, then I wouldn't want you to help me.
Oh, that's not what she said.
If I came to you, then I want you to help me.
Why exactly me? However, after giving it some thought, I decided to agree. After all, my shoulders and back got sunburned while I was sleeping, and searching for Shurik would let me get acquainted with unexplored locations at the camp. Okay. It was not exactly right to wander around wearing only swimsuit trunks, so I should get changed first. Back to the cabin we go. Where we stopped? You definitely know. 10 minutes later, I stood outside Olga Dmitrievna's cabin, deciding where to go. We were just at the beach. Could he be in the forest? Who are these people? I haven't seen their cabin lineup before. They might have some answers. But it's still a stupid idea. If Shurik was hiding anywhere in the camp, he would have been found by now. Of course, assuming he wants to be found. So I hardly think I can help him. Oh, that was back at our cabin. Wrong spot. Together with this thought, I entered the cabin and stretched myself on the bed. Nothing good will happen if Olga Dmitrievna finds me here. Stop, enough. Am I just a trembling creature, or do I have rights? I didn't want to do anything anyway. The day was just as hot as previous ones, and the only thing to do was to stay in bed and wait for lunch. I was following a second someone knocked on the door. Come in. Savia stood at the doorstep.
Olga Dmitrievna isn't here, is she?
No?
Then what are you doing?
She asked with suspicion. Looked over myself lying in bed and said, lying down.
I can see that.
But
I heard Olga Dmitrievna ask you to find Shurik.
well, yes.
And?
What's the point? I'm sure she already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. Why should we panic?
You know, stuff could happen.
Savia looked at me thoughtfully.
Get up.
Do I have to? I was so worn out that even the thought of going somewhere frightened me.
Yes, you do.
Savia's not a person I could never say no to. I stood up reluctantly and went out of the cabin with her. We stood at the doorway for some time, relaxing in the beams of the summer sun. Though I was rather frying. Thank you, son. Where shall we go?
We have to look everywhere.
Great idea. Just great. Everywhere. The first stop on our route was the library. Savia went to Zenya, sitting at the table, and spoke to her. I stood in the doorway. I didn't want to communicate with the librarian any more than necessary. A few minutes later, Savia came back to me. So, anything at all?
Nothing.
She shook her head. As expected. The canteen? We started time before lunch starts, so there was no usual crowd of pioneers. It was empty inside and outside the building. While Savia was talking to cooks, I was sitting and playing with the salt shaker. Some salt spilled out in the pot. Certainly I'd be worried if I was superstitious. Strangely enough, he wasn't here either. It would be unexpected if she had found him, for instance, in the refrigerator. Well, he'd probably be dead then. The next stop according to our plan was the infirmary. I decided not to go inside and wait outside for Slavia. No results. None. There were pioneers playing football on the sports ground. It would be hard for Shirk to get lost amongst them. Finally we reached the clubhouse. You think he could be here? I think that's the first place people would have searched.
Let's go in.
Empty inside. Slavia opened the door and went into the next room. I followed her. This all seemed to me to be a stupid undertaking. This was strange, especially because it was Slavia's idea. I mean, I understand responsibility and so on, but isn't it obvious that he isn't in the camp? After all, he isn't playing hide and seek with us, is he?
No idea either.
What did you expect? He'd be sitting in a closet?
Well,
Seems like I offended her. Sorry. But seriously.
I understand. But we have to check all possibilities.
Okay, listen. What do you really think?
About Jerry's disappearance?
Yes. Well, I think that's all the time I got for now. It's actually going overtime. Well, if you enjoyed Shirk disappearing and setting up a UN body for crawfish, leave a like. If you enjoy what I do, like, subscribe. With that said, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day, and be sure to tune in next time. Cheerio.